Now, for a closer look at the US jobs picture, we're joined by Tara Sinclair, chief economist at Indeed.com, a job search website. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, Tara, as we heard earlier, when it comes to certain job sectors like manufacturing, the jobs are out there, but they're not finding the skilled workers to match them. Just how big of a problem is that?
Well, we're exactly hearing the same thing from employers, that they're really concerned about being able to find the kinds of workers that they need today. Now, part of that is that the labor market really is tightening, and so it's harder to find workers of all kinds right now. But at the same time, there's also a need for skills and development, and some of that could be on the part of the employee getting those skills. But with a tight labor market, maybe employers could also develop new skills programs and train workers in-house as well.
Now, as we look at some of this good news, a strong jobs report for October. We saw wages growing, more people entering the workforce, and it was spread across several different sectors. Why do you think this improvement, as opposed to over the last couple of months?
This is really a jobs report we were waiting for. The last couple of months now kind of look to us like outliers. We saw a little bit of weakness in the economy, but now finally that strong employer demand that we're seeing on our site and we were seeing from job openings nationwide are really being translated into hires. And I think that's really coming because employers are raising wages more, and that's making their jobs more appealing.
And was there anything that really stood out to you? Was there anything that surprised you the most about this report?
I think the greatest joy I took was really seeing how big the jump was in year-on-year wage growth. Going from 2.2% last month now up to 2.5% is just great news, and we just hope to see that trend continue through the rest of the year.
And as we look at hourly wages, we saw those increase 9 cents an hour. Now, why did this increase come about?
Well, part of it is that we didn't see any increase last month, so we were due a little bit of an increase at least. But I also think that employers are really seeing the challenge of filling their existing positions, and they're having to put more money on the table. And
with this correction, seeing the wages go up, what do you think that says about the overall health of the labor market?
I'm really excited about this because I think that this signals that we still have more room to grow as we're heading into 2016. If we had continued to kind of languish a little under 200,000, although those are good jobs numbers overall, still we would like to see a few more months well over 200,000 like this month before we really see the Fed taking action and the economy maybe slowing a little bit.
Now, in terms of people who are watching this jobs report, we have the Federal Reserve, and overall they've been taking a very holistic approach to the economy, trying to look at the big picture, and then you have this bumper jobs report. Is this the report that the Fed was waiting for when they think about raising rates, especially in December?
I had the impression the Fed was going to raise rates pretty much no matter what the report looked like this month, and so what I'm happy to see is that with the bigger number than even what we were expecting, that means we have more jobs going into that first rate hike, and a stronger economy is going to better be resilient to that first Fed rate hike.
And are there any specific sectors which you think are going to be the biggest promoters of job growth?
Well, I'm happy to see construction being one of the drivers in this month's jobs report. I mean, we'd like to see that continue. There's room for more houses to be constructed at this point. But looking ahead, when we see that first Fed rate hike, we may see it be more difficult on the construction industry than some other sectors because that rate hike is going to affect people's ability to buy homes.
And lastly, being that this is a strong report, but it is just one, what do you think should be the biggest takeaway people have when they look at this report?
Well, I think we always want to be looking forward, and this report is about what happened last month, and hopefully it's a good sign that we have some more opportunity to grow. But I also think that we want to look at job openings numbers and see what is coming up ahead, and that's really signaling good news because there are still lots of opportunities out there for people who maybe are looking for a new job.
Well, we'll have to leave it there, but definitely exciting things to come. Thanks again to Tara Sinclair, chief economist at Indeed.com.